In the new segment, we like to call up a Nazi. Yo, Nazi, Richard Spencer.
So these two ass clowns have a YouTube channel, sponsored by Vice. You can see it at the bottom right, Viceland, however you say that. I didn't even know it existed, honestly. They have like 17,000 subscribers, and they got the little check mark by their name. That's all it takes now, apparently. But they have a weird setup. They got this little red and white rug with some floral design, some leather chairs, and a bear in the background with a Yankees hat. Anyways, they start this off by calling him a neo-Nazi. Or in the right, you could just see it says punch a Nazi, which is untrue. This guy isn't a Nazi. He's a white nationalist, which, whatever, it's kind of racist. He just wants a separate nation for white people, without hurting people, is what he says. But that doesn't make him a Nazi in any way. And they call him a Nazi at the beginning to cause this kind of anger and to make what they're about to say, which is, retarded, seem a little bit more feasible.
If you run up, you get done up. Now, he ran up with his tongue.
He ran up with his tongue. So basically, he said words. His problem, the reason he got punched, is he said words. Not just any words. Get this. Words they didn't like. Words they did not like. Oh my God. Hang him now, he's sentenced. It's a death sentence already. He said words they didn't like. He ran up with his tongue, which means you're going to get gun up. Whatever. I think that's what he said. It was retarded either way. This guy's got an IQ of about 70. It's barbaric. It's incorrect. And it's... it really shows what their point is. You run up with your tongue, you say words we don't like, you're going to get punched. Like, that's a bit off, dude. Whose side, are you on the good side? You may need to reevaluate what you're spending your time doing.
He thought it'd be good money. Yep. We saw a video of him in a conference room with other alabaster young people saying, right is right, hail Hitler, all that stuff.
See, I don't know who wrote this. I don't know if they wrote the script themselves or if somebody wrote it for them and they're just, they don't know what they're saying. But that was a lie. That was a blatant lie. And if you actually, it's actually pretty funny. If you actually want to see it, it's right here. This is what he actually said.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Now, the type of people that would be at this type of conference or at this type of speaker, alt-right, he identifies as alt-right, are people you would see on places like 4chan. Now, 4chan, they have a politically incorrect thing, and basically they find it fun to be offensive. They find it fun to offend people in any way they find possible. They think it's funny, they think Hitler's funny, whatever, it's a joke, who cares? They think what happened is funny. Anyways, it's a joke. Nobody cares. Now, these people are doing this, I hope, as a joke. I can't speak for them, but I would assume this is a joke based on what I've seen from that website and what I've seen from the alt-right itself. They think it's just one big laughing stock. And they don't understand, or they maybe don't care, that this will be used against them in terms like this. Taken out of context, taking your words out of context, completely lying about what you said, and using that image makes you look like a complete Nazi, or at least a Nazi sympathizer. And that's the dangers of dishonest media, or dishonest Vice-sponsored videos. Doesn't matter, either way. They lied about this, and these people are doing a Nazi salute, that's all you can say. But you could see Richard Spencer actually didn't do the Nazi salute. He did not do the hand in the air traditional thing. So the person they were trying to vilify in this video didn't do anything that, a villain would do.
He was like, I'm banging Nazi. However, he said it was alt-right. He rebranded it. He was like, cool.
Still Nazi shit, my guy.
All you magazines was on his dick talking about, look at the dapper Nazi. Alt-right guy gonna change the world. And someone in the street was like, nah.
Nazis are so handsome.
It was like, no, we're gonna knock you the out.
Yeah.
Thing is, he's not a Nazi, dude. Everything about this video has been a joke or a lie. There's no substantial evidence or, serious talking points or conversation going on in this video. You lied. You called him a Nazi. You're lying. And they're saying the alt-right is equal to Nazism. I don't think so. I mean, I don't really get the alt-right. I think it's just a different way of being a contrarian, or it's kind of mainstream now, but I don't get it for real. But what I do see is I see these people lying. I see them calling him a Nazi for no reason, and basically because all he said, he was showing his support for Trump in a horrible way. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it's a way that nobody in America should. You shouldn't just hail the president. That's weird. Just like they were doing with Obama. You don't pledge allegiance to Obama like they did. Whatever. It's the same thing happening here. Anyways, they're lying about it. They're calling him a Nazi. They're saying alt-right is equivalent to Nazi. It's a false equivalency. It's wrong. They're lying. And it's just, this video has just been a huge joke, and I have no idea why they even made this. It's ridiculous. But they did their job of equating the alt-right to Nazis, to their brainwashed, echo chamber that is their audience.
Now, they didn't really knock you out. It was like a glancing punch. Felt good, though, to watch.
Yeah, it was.
I only watched it maybe 50,000 times this weekend. Every different meme of it, every time they added a different type of music to it.
Beautiful.
Just enjoy it.
Shout out to the internet.
It's just, show it right now.
Neo-Nazis don't love me. They kind of hate me, actually.
Following the KKK, neo-Nazi.
Those people don't like me,
Are you
to be
like
honest.
the hipster version of the neo-Nazi movement?
It's Pepe's become kind of a...
Ranga! Hold that!
And see, he missed to get him with a forearm, but still, the
that's
message
all
was
good.
received.
Yo, listen, it's the thought that counts. You make his shit rock, I know he's over here crying like a little baby.
He's like, oh, pow!
Yo!
So at this point, they're just celebrating the restriction of the flow of ideas, and they're celebrating a sucker punch. Somebody running up and hitting somebody and running away. They're celebrating that. They think it's tough. They honestly think it's tough. Both of these people. I mean, usually you'll have somebody who's like, you know what, maybe not so much. This person thinks a sucker punch is tough, and he's like, oh, he's over there crying like a little baby. No, he's not. He's getting away from him, dude. He just got that's equivalent to being jumped, okay? That's just, it's weak. It's girly. I mean, it's not tough. You're hitting somebody from the side, running, and you can't even knock him to the floor. How about that one? He had a running start. He pretty much jumped, dude. That was straight up anime hit, and he pushed him about 2 feet and made the dude walk off. Dude, you accomplished a lot, and you made yourself look like a jackass, dude. Why? You're celebrating that for no reason. These people they just scare me. They're celebrating fascism, and it's ridiculous.
Ding dong! He's like, yo, hold up.
He's like, hold this all right.
Yo, somebody's ringing the doorbell.
So,
Worm.
and because basic rules of America, it's all right to punch a Nazi, right? Like, there's no need for critical discourse of
why?
it. There's no need to have a nuanced discussion.
Why?
Can we punch a Nazi? No, of course, the New York Times, because they are pussies. We're like, yo, let's have a discussion about, is it right? Is it okay to punch a Nazi? So what sat down at their computer was like, yo,
Let's get
are
these
we
clicks,
punching
baby.
Nazis? Are we punching Nazis? We literally had a huge world war where we had to tag up with other countries to beat the out of the Nazis because they were wiping out a race of people. And y'all like, yo, let's hear them out.
They're trying to make him seem like he's Hitler. He is personally responsible for 6 million deaths. That's what they're trying to make it out to seem like. And it's ridiculous. They're like, oh, they can't believe that maybe you shouldn't punch somebody just because of their beliefs. It's not like this dude's beliefs are violence. He's not like, hey, let's go gas the Jews. He's not saying that. He's not even saying that. That's not at all what he's saying. And they're like, oh, they're trying to make it, oh, we had a world war against the Nazis. Well, this guy's not a Nazi. This guy, was not even thought of at that point, okay? His parents probably weren't even thought of at that point. So what it is it's ridiculous that they're making it seem like this guy, it's okay just because you call someone a Nazi to go punch them. At what point does someone not become a Nazi? At which point is someone a Nazi in your mind? Oh, this person, didn't open a door for this person. Nazi, punched in the face. This person, walked down the street, picked up a penny and didn't give it to someone. It's ridiculous. you can't. There's no system for identifying if somebody's a Nazi, and that just can't be justified. It's ridiculous. It's childish. It's pointless. It's even pointless to have this discussion. No, you can't punch someone just because of their beliefs. If they harm you, go for it. There's laws in place in most states, and you just can't punch someone just because of their beliefs. That's all you've got to understand. You've got that First Amendment, okay? And no matter how hard these leftists are trying to take it away, you still got it. And it's probably not going to go away for at least another 8 years. So just keep that in mind. It's not okay to punch a quote-unquote Nazi who has just, started speaking to you. That's just ridiculous. It's insane.
Man, let's hear what they're talking
Let's
about.
see what they're about.
No.
Like, you know what Nazis is about.
See, when when they're like, yo, you liberals, you want your safe space and you snowflakes, this is what they're talking about. Like, dumb shit like this. Shout out to, Sarah Silverman. So Sarah Silverman tweeted, but then deleted because she said she was being bullied on the internet. She said, I so want to agree, but I don't. I saw a wildly misguided young man who could have been changed with info and heart emoji, but now will forever be closed.
That's all we need in life is some heart emoji.
Sarah Silverman's just insane. She's just retarded. She has no idea what she's talking about. It's just, you shouldn't use her for or against your political viewpoints. They're trying to use her for it, I guess, or against it. I don't know. She was agreeing with them, but they're kind of attacking it. I have no idea. She has no idea what she's talking about in most cases, and she doesn't know how to get a viewpoint across without being violent, ironically. Anyways, it's not okay to punch a Nazi. End of discussion.